Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to rig a car in Blender using the Rigacar free add-on. Rigging a car can be a complex process, but the Rigacar add-on can make it much simpler. With this add-on, you can easily create a rig for your car and animate it in a variety of ways. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to rig your car and create animation with simple steps to follow. Let's get started. Step 1. Install the Rigacar add-on. The first thing you'll need to do is install the Rigacar add-on. You can do this by downloading it from the GitHub. I have provided a download link in the description. Once you've downloaded the add-on, open Blender and go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons. Click on Install and select the Rigacar add-on file. Make sure you check this box to allow the add-on. Step 2. Prepare your car model. As you can see, here is a car model that I downloaded for free. I have provided the link in the description to download this model. Your car model should align in Y-axis. Press numpad 3 to go into the right side view. The car should follow this direction. After aligning your car in the correct direction, now it is time to separate the tire and brake caliper from the main body of the car. As you can see, when I select tires, it selects the other part of the car body. To separate this, just go into edit mode by pressing Tab, then select the tire. Press Ctrl+L to select the whole selection. Press P to separate the objects. I will repeat the same procedures on the other tire. After separating, now it's time to join all the parts of the tire that are associated with spin, except the brake caliper. You can select all the parts, then press Ctrl+J. This will join all the parts together as a single object. I will repeat the same procedures on the other tire. When you finished separating, the result should look like this. Now that it's time to deal with the main body, it will be good to hide all of the tires and brakes. This will give you more room to work on the main body of the car. This can be done by selecting the tire and pressing H to hide the selected object. After finishing hiding all the tires, you can now deal with the main body of the car. In this case, there are two options. The first option is to use a parent, and the second option is to join all parts as a single object. But I prefer to use parent. This will help to rig other parts individually if you want to have different parts animating. Here you are supposed to select the main part of the car. As you can see, this is the main part of this model. Just press A to select all the other parts, and make sure the main part is an active object. Then press Ctrl+P to set parent to object. The result should look like this. Now it's time to unhide the tire and brake caliper. Just press Alt+H. With all parts selected, right-click, Set Origin, and then set origin to geometry. The final step is to apply the scale transformation of the object. You can see the scale of your object by pressing N. You can see the scale is not in the right value. To reset this, press A to select all the parts. Then press Ctrl+A to apply scale. Step 3. Create the car rig. To create the car rig, first you should rename your object. This will help to generate bone as required for each part of the object. This can be done by adding a suffix name to your object. As you can see here, the model is named Jeep, and the suffix name should be added at the end. This will help the Rigacar add-on know where the armature should be placed. Here is a document that I prepared that contains the name and suffix of this model. I have provided a link to download in the description. Now select the main part of the car, then rename it Jeep Body. Select tires according to their position. Rename it as I did here. Front left tire, rename it as Jeep-wheel.ft.l. Front right tire, rename it as Jeep-wheel.ft.r. Back right tire, rename it as Jeep-wheel.bk.r. Back left tire, rename it as Jeep-wheel.bk.l. After we have finished renaming tires, now it's time to rename brake calipers. Rename it as I did here. Front left brake wheel, rename it as Jeep-wheelbrake.ft.l. Font right brake wheel, rename it as Jeep-wheelbrake.ft.r. Back left brake wheel, rename it as Jeep-wheelbrake.bk.l. Back right brake wheel. Rename it as Jeep-wheelbrake.bk.r. Now that we've correctly renamed all of the parts, it's time to add an armature to the car. Press A to select all, then press Shift plus A. Go to Armature, then click Car, Deformation Rig. Now you will notice that there are bones added to the car. Ensure that all of the bones are added correctly to their positions. If you see something wrong, make sure you check how you renamed the object. After ensuring everything is okay, now it's time to generate the rig for our model. With all the bones selected, press N, go to Rigacar tab. You will see the Generate button. After you click it, you will notice that the animation widgets have been added to the car. Now you can test the widgets to ensure that everything works. After confirming that everything worked correctly, now we can return to object mode. Step 4. Animation. After finishing the rigging part, now it's time to add animation to the car. First, we're supposed to add the path for the car to follow. Press Shift plus A, go to Curve, then Add Path. Press Tab to enter Edit mode, then rotate the path along the Z-axis in -90. Press number 7 to go into top view, then align the path in the direction you want. After that, the resolution of the curve should increase to 100. This will help to provide smooth animation. Now it's time to add animation to the car so it can follow the path. Select the car, then press Shift plus Tab. To go into pose mode, select the route, go to Bone Constraint, then add Follow Path Constraint. Change the target to the path. The forward axis should be in -Y. Also, make sure you check the fixed position and follow the path. Now, if you change the offset factor, you will see the car follow the path. Add the frame size to 300. Make sure you are in the first frame. Place your cursor in the offset factor, then press I to inset the keyframe. Then go to the final frame. Then increase the value to 1, then press I to inset another keyframe. As you can see when you play the animation, you will see your car follow the path. But the animation starts slowly and increases speed after a few frames. If you want to start at a constant speed, place your cursor on the timeline, press T, then select Linear. Now you can see the car has the same speed from start to finish. Now you can go back to object mode. Select the path, then hold Shift, and select the car rig. Then go to pose mode. Select all the widgets by pressing A. In the Rigacar tab, select Bake Car Steering. If this does not generate keyframes automatically when you bake, just use the previous version of Blender. After clicking and playing the animation, you can see the car's steering follow the path. Now, click Bake Wheels Rotation. This will add animation to the tires. Just play the animation, and the result should look like this. After adding the path, now it's time to add the road. Press Shift plus A to add a plane. Press S to scale the plane along the Y-axis. Press the Tab key to enter Edit mode. Then press Ctrl plus R to add loop cutting to the plane. To make the road follow the path, select the road, then add the curve modifier. Select the curve object to be NURBS path. The deformation axis should be in -Y. Then press G plus Y to move the plane to the correct position. After adding the road, now it's time to add a ground sensor. Press N. You can pick the object in your scene, which is the ground, using an eyedropper. After adding a ground sensor, you will notice that the car is correctly shrink-wrapped to the road. To make a rough road, go to the texture properties. Then click Add New Texture. In the Type section, select Clouds. Now, you can go to the Modifier tab and add the Displace modifier. Just select the cloud texture that we have created in the texture properties. To change the roughness of the road, you can reduce or increase the strength value. Now add the subdivision modifier to add a smooth surface to the plan. Play the animation, and the result should look like this. Now you can add multiple cameras to have different views of the animation. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing, then press the bell icon to get notified when I upload the next video.